Hi guys, it's Sherry. I hope that you're having a wonderful day. Let's make something super awesome for him. Y'all stay tuned. Alright guys, so over the past few days we have made a pretty awesome set for him, and I am just so pleased with how it turned out. We've got the notepad holder, we have the pencil and paper clip binder clip holder, and then we've got a cute little 4x4 mini book. And this set is gorgeous, but it's almost complete, and we have one more thing we're going to add to it, and I'll show you what that is right now. And here it is, guys. So I made a large notebook portfolio for a man, and you can see how cute it is on the side, and then when we open it up, it's very nice on the inside. I cut my pad down to it's 10 7/8 inches long by 8.5 inches wide. So it was already 8.5 wide, but then I reduced it down to 10 7/8 just so that I could get it all to fit on my 12x12 paper. And then on this side I added a pocket, popped it up with a little Boss Man sticker, and then I included some of these little cut aparts in the pocket. And on the front I put this cute little top dog because, you know, the men in our lives, they are the big dogs. They are the top dogs. So I thought this was appropriate. I am going to show you guys now how to make this. Alright, so to make the outer cover of the book, I'm starting with 2 pieces of 12x12 paper, and I am going to join this paper together, and to join it I am going to use my reptile glue. And all of the items that I'm using on this project, with the exception of links to the paper, so I'm just going to stick this down just like this. So you guys, please check the description box before you leave me an email or a comment asking where you can find the glue, the tape, or whatever else I'm using on the project. The only thing that I will not have listed is a link to the paper, because I don't have a link for the paper. Alright guys, so the first thing I'm going to do is put down a piece of chipboard that measures 1/2 by 11 1/8. And this is my spine. So I am going to take this, so I am going to get this placed down, but I want to make sure that I have a decent border at the top and at the bottom. And I do, so I'll bring in my bone folder, and I'm going to get this stuck down. And then I have 2 pieces of chipboard that measure 8 3/4 by 11 1/8. And I am going to place that down using about 1/8 of an inch on my spacing. And then I'll turn it around this way and bring in my second piece and do the same thing. So I'm using about 1/8 of an inch on my spacing. Get this stuck down, and then I'll come back with my finger blade, and I'm just going to remove the excess paper. And then once I have it like this, I am just going to come back with my bone folder, and I'm just going to bring it along here to just kind of break up my fibers a little bit, hopefully reduce any cracking on my paper. And if the cracking is going to happen, it's going to happen right here at the spine area, because that's where I've doubled up on the paper. Otherwise, my paper is not going to crack in this direction. Okay, so once I have my sides just trained a little bit, not too much, because this paper is really thick and it's hard when you've got the chipboard there, I'm just going to stand it up, and I'm just going to start pressing down on it a little bit just to help it fold over a lot easier. Now you guys don't have to do this, and it's not really a hard process to get this paper to want to fold. I'm just being extra careful at the spine area. So then I'll come on this part, and you can see just how easy it is for me to fold that. And now I'll come back with my finger blade, and I'm simply going to take off the corners at an angle. So I'm basically just miter cutting my corners. All right, so then I'm going to take my tape and just run it around the outer perimeter of this booklet on all 4 sides. All right, so once we have our tape down, I'll simply lift up my tape. And guys, this is a long board here, so I apologize if I am out of frame every now and then. Okay, so when we have it like this, we simply want to go ahead and fold our ends over. And then I'm going to go ahead and fold this one. This is my bottom, so all I'm doing again is just helping to fold my paper. This is just me doing this. You don't have to do these extra steps. And then I'm very gently going to lay it down at the spine, just like that. And you can see that I was able to avoid cracking. And then I'll lay down the rest. And then I'll come back and I'm just going to work my paper down into the tape. All right, so just like that, we have got a cute little booklet. Now on the other one, I added brads along the spine, but I don't think that I'm going to do that on this one. I am going to focus mainly on showing you guys how to get this booklet made. Okay guys, so to place my liner piece, I am going to take my 1.5 inch tape and just run it across from end to end. And there is a link in the description box for this tape, so please check there if you're interested in it. All right, so once all of my tape is down, I'm going to go ahead and lift it up. All right, so my tape is down, and all I'm doing is running glue along a piece that measures 12 by 10 3/4. And I am placing glue on all 4 sides. So then I'm going to take this and just get it stuck down. I'm going to find my spot where I think is nice and neat, and I will get that stuck down. I'll come back in with my paper towel and just work my glue in along the edges. And then I'll come back with my bone folder, get everything nice and stuck. So once I've got that piece down, I'm going to come back with my other liner piece that measures 8 by 10 3/4. And I'm doing the same thing. I'm simply placing glue. And now I'll take this, and I am going to need to do this very carefully because it's very easy to mess up, but I want to get it so that my ends are matching, and then the border around the edge also matches. And I think that's pretty good. So I'll come back with my paper towel, and we're going to get this stuck down. So now we need to place our book, but before we do that, I am going to bring in some scrap paper, and I simply want to put a topper on this to help decorate it. And I trimmed this pad down to 10 7/8. It was 11, and I trimmed it to 10 7/8 so that it would fit inside of my booklet. So all I'm going to do now is I'm going to place this underneath so I can get my width. And then I'm just going to come back with my finger blade and cut that off. So I don't really have to do any measuring. And now I'll bring this, and I'm going to trim off just a little bit of this too. So now I can bring my tape in, and I'm going to put some tape right here on the bottom. And then I'll come across the top with just a little tape. And then I'll take this piece and I'm simply going to place it down. And then I'm also going to place some glue on this. And then I'm just going to start bending that over and get that wrapped around to the back. Just like that. And you can see just how doing that little piece just transforms the project. Makes that notebook look a whole lot fancier than it did when we started. Okay, so now what I want to do is I do want to dress this up just a little bit. So I am going to take my piercer, find my middle, or try to find my middle, and I'm going to come through just a little bit. And I'm going to come over here and do the same thing. And then I'm going to come over here, try to find the similar spot. And then I'm just going to punch in some thumbtacks. And I'm going to come back with my hammer, and I am going to make some noise because I want to get that down inside. And there, we've got that looking really nice and cute. So I am going to place this on the inside, and I am placing this, guys, as a one and done. And here's my reason why. You are fully able to make this reusable if you want. You can add a pocket to the inside. You can do whatever you want to the inside of it. But for me, because this is going to see a lot of wear and tear, by the time the pad is completely used, the outside is not going to be as gorgeous as it is today. So for me, that's why I'm doing it as a one and done. But certainly, if you want to make this reusable and you want to tweak this, by all means, go ahead and do that. But I am making this a one and done project. So I know I'll get a lot of comments on that. So I'm saying it up front. Tweak it if you want to. But for me, this is going to be a one and done. So to make it a one and done for me, I am going to bring in my glue. Get it nice and spread out. And then I'm just going to stick it down. I'm going to find the spot where I want it. And then I'm going to get it stuck down. And I'm going to check it to make sure it's even on the side, even at the top, and at the bottom. So I'll pull it towards me so I can look at the top just to make sure it's nice and even. And then it's even at the bottom. And everything looks great. So I'll come back underneath and just bring in my bone folder. Put that down just like that. And now I've got a fully functional notebook. So I'm going to dress this up just a little bit. And then I'm going to call it done on this one. Okay, guys, so I am going to place a pocket, and the pocket measures 8.5 by 4. And I am just going to place glue on the 2 short ends and 1 long end. And then I'm just going to place this down right here. And I'll come back with my bone folder and just get this smoothed out. And then I have this little strongman sticker that I want to place on the inside. I think it's cute, and I think it's not too much for this particular little book. And then I am going to take my Boss Man sticker, get the backing peeled off of it, and I'm going to place that right up here. All right, so then I'm going to place another one of the little dogs down at the bottom. I'm going to come back with these little tags that I have, and I want to place them on the inside. Tuck them right in there, and you can see just how cute that is. And then the last thing that I want to do to this is on the front, I'm simply going to place the word goals, because I think that's nice on there. So now you can see just how absolutely gorgeous this little book is and how easy it was to make. And it just rounds out our set. So now you see how easy it is to make these cute little books for men. And guys, we don't have to leave them plain for them to be masculine for men. We can take a few things and put it on and give it a decorative look, but it's still masculine. And you can see just how nice this book turned out. So I'm going to bring the other one back in so we can see both of them. And I did add the Today is the Day sticker on this one because I wanted to put something in the middle, just like I have something here. And I think that these two books are absolutely fabulous. What a wonderful way for your man to take notes. It's just gorgeous. So I really hope that you guys have enjoyed this masculine series. I've had a lot of fun creating and making these things to share with you guys, to give you some ideas of how we can make wonderful projects for the men in our lives and how we can make these wonderful sets to sell at our craft fairs. This is a complete set, guys. And this is one of those items that when you have it displayed out on your booth, this really is an attention getter. Would you walk by this? I don't think so. I think you would stop and I think you would look. And the one thing I know is if I get you to stop, I'm going to get you to buy. So these are the types of things that catch the eye. And these are the things that I consider a hook. People see them, they like them, they stop. So I hope that you guys have liked these projects. And if you have, please hit the like button. If you are not a subscriber to my channel, I would love to have you join my online crafting family. You guys have a great day. Happy crafting. And we'll chat later. Bye.